Okay, we are here at the corner of the sawmill barn. We have laid the 4/0 in the ditch. It is aluminum direct burial. So I dug my ditch about 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot in some places. We took some sand and laid about 4 inches of sand on the bottom, put my wire in, laid about 6 inches of sand on top of the wire. And then on top of that, I ran me an extra 2-inch electrical conduit in the ditch, and we run a 1-inch schedule 40. And Louise is hooking up our PEX tubing that runs underneath the slab to the backside where we'll have water by the sawmill, and we're getting that hooked in and ready. Okay, so we're here. For any of you that may not know it, 4/0 is a little on the stiff side. It's there's the size of my thumb. That's how big 4/0 is. A bit bigger than my pinky. So yeah, 4 of them. Only need 3 of them. They're the 4/0. One of them's the neutral, and then there's my ground. So took the water line loose. We've got a sweep that runs up and over. It's going to come up by the I-beam. We're going to come from there up, going to L&B here and go into the back of the box, and we'll connect the water. We actually got to put a sweep on this extra 2-inch in case I need to run anything down the road. It'll come up, and then we're going to put sand right here, and we'll rock from there back. But I'll have sand all around this wire, what's exposed on it. It'll be very well protected. So whew, good grief. That's 4 number 4s and a ground wire and a 2-inch. I should have went with 2.5 inch, maybe 3 inch. Goodness. Okay, so we are here at the corner of the sawmill barn. This black wire right by that blue cutoff, that black wire is my 5 wire, 3-phase wire. This white pipe is a 1-inch drinking water line to bring water over here to the sawmill barn. This 2-inch gray plastic EMT, or whatever you call it, conduit, is extra to run wires down the road. We're just going to cap it off, and I come through a 90-degree sweep, collar, 90-degree sweep, collar up, and I'm putting my L&B in here, and whew, goodness, yeah, patience. But it's going to go through that hole, and then my breaker box will be on the other side. So we're getting ready to drive 1 4-inch pipe in the ground with the Traco for a little protection from bumping into it, and we will be done. I'm repurposing a 3-horsepower Grizzly dust connector for this job. So we are here up about 10 foot in the air. We have mounted a 24 by 26 2x here in the corner, have it screwed in to get a level surface to mount it. We are turning for now the blower motor sideways. I'm gonna get a piece of cedar and put here and cut this off to kind of trim that off and give us something to fasten it to here. We're gonna block under this side, and we're gonna cut around that square flange and silicone around it where the dust is blowing out. And that will give us our mount. And we have our suction right over there, so that's the plan. Okay, so we got her in place. We've got our flange going out marked. We're gonna pull the motor off of the shelf, and then cut our hole for the exhaust, and then we're gonna cut part of the 24 by 24 out, and I got a little special piece to go on it. All right, so here we have the blower motor. Plan is to put it up on that shelf, line it up with a hole, silicone behind it, and run some screws in the back. We siliconed around the flange going out. We have that sitting on a 2 by 24, and we've got a piece of cedar for the front. So there we go. Cedar on the front with a plate, motor in between. 6-inch hose installed and hung from the ceiling right now with a ratchet strap, tied to the wall with a ratchet strap. Cedar front on the blower holder. Comes into the other side of the sawmill at the exhaust port. Got me an elevated seat ready to test out. And I've got the black hose off of the Wood Mizer. Installed the 6-inch on here, wrapped with some haywire double wrap around the side tide. We're up off the ground. Like I said, right now we're on a ratchet strap. I have no problem going 16, 18, but when I do the full length, I'm gonna have to change it up just a little bit. I'd like it where I can walk underneath it, which now I can, but I've got an extra 5 foot of hose here. Still have to tighten that up. Right now the suction's holding it on. I don't have anything on the outside of the barn, so I know as soon as we go, I'm gonna have dust coming back in, but just a test run. I guess you could say test run number 2 on the sawdust removal without having to use a shovel all the time. Adios.
Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. Look forward to the next video. We're almost ready to go to sawmilling full time. Adios.